In the farm and ranch country northwest of Pemberton, the return of the grizzly is either terrifying or thrilling, depending on who you talk to.
What we're hearing from farmers and residents of the Pemberton Valley is that there are more bear sightings than we've ever really experienced in recent memory.
Grizzlies were shot out of this valley long ago, but changing views and the ending of the trophy hunt in BC have allowed their numbers to grow again, with curious and hungry bears now wandering where they haven't been in decades. Jen Ford is the chair of the Squamish-Lillooet Regional District.
We're hearing that some grizzlies are boldly accessing farmland. They're traveling into areas that they traditionally have not traveled before, and there's a lot of concern.
Among the things they're learning in Pemberton is the challenge of relocating grizzly bears. Earlier this fall, they moved one over to the Stein Valley, which is a long way and over the mountains. It was back in a few days. The situation has prompted the regional district to reach out to the province for guidance on a grizzly coexistence strategy. They'd like to get some plans drawn up before the bears emerge from hibernation in the spring. Education, public safety, and management of attractants will all likely be on the table.
We have to up our game because we're building communities more and more into bear habitat, so interactions are going up for sure.
Coming into the city or into the town of Pemberton, I'll say, is a safety hazard there's a lot of families and a lot of, pedestrians that live here.
While grizzlies are on the move, so is public perception, particularly in a place that's seen an influx of new residents whose reason to come here was to experience wild BC.
I mean, I think they should be left alone, obviously, or even, if that's possible, move them further out there, but I wouldn't want to see any harm come to them.
Basically because they lived here long before we did.
As the Sea to Sky region comes up with a new grizzly plan, it's worth noting that for all the sightings and concern, we couldn't find a single report of an aggressive move by a grizzly here this year, let alone a case where anyone was hurt. In Pemberton, Paul Johnson, Global News.